Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantele Francis. The band isn't fully back together, but we have Michelle here today to talk about the challenge All Stars 3. How are you doing today, Michelle?
I'm so good. So excited that a new season is back. I feel like this time we got a good chunk of time off. I'm feeling amped. I just going through my list for tonight. I just got so many ideas of how many amazing things are going to happen, and there's so many good options this season. Like the slim pickings are very little. There are a lot of amazing options. I think all three of us, Fanta included, will have good teams regardless because there's just a lot of good options.
Absolutely. And I think that anybody can have a winning team. I think that because we're going to do our same point system that we have been doing most of these, drafts, I think that it also has an option for someone that we don't think has the strongest team to do really well, because they could be getting fight points. They could be getting makeout points. Like, who knows how people are going to be generating some other points that might not make that whole 50 points at the end matter. So
Exactly.
I think that's also really fun. Now, unfortunately, Fanta couldn't be here today, but Fanta did send me, she texted me her list order. I also wrote down my list order, and Michelle wrote down her list order. So we're basically going to be following that order to a T. So it's going to be as fair as possible. And we won't be changing things around on the fly. We do have some friends joining us. Hi, Jelly Donut. Jelly Donut says, I've got some more tea to spill tonight. Not as hot as yesterday, but I'd say above room temperature. Yes, Jelly. Thank you. Hello, Diva. Hi, Jess. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you, too. I don't think you're a mother, though. So pumped for All Stars 3. Also, did you hear both Beth and Tina are attending Cyrus's party? No. Have I heard about his party? No, I have not. Hello, Sophie.
He always has parties.
Is he a party guy?
Yeah.
Welcome back. He is right. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day. The Circle season 4 started off good. Do you know what? I have to be honest, like, I wasn't that excited about it, but I'm enjoying it, but I'm not as excited for it as I am for the challenge. Like, when I saw the trailer, have you watched the traitor? Obviously you have,
No.
but I'm assuming that you have. You haven't?
No.
Oh, let's do this. Hold on. Let me find the trailer for you to watch.
I just got goosebumps. Do you understand?
It's so good.
I'm so excited. I'm like,
now I have to figure out how to find this for you really easily. Hold on.
I just can't wait to enjoy every moment. And there's going to be cringe. We all know there's going to be cringe, but it's going to be worth it in every way. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Where is this? Where do I know I have it somewhere here.
I did see with the circle that there's like the 2 Spice Girls are on it.
Yes, that is fun.
And that's a fun element. I like it, but it's not like I don't need to watch it. I can kind of binge it on a day where I have nothing else to watch. Then I'm like, yeah, I'll just binge the circle now. You know what I mean? Whereas things like this, I'm like, I need to know right away.
Yes, you need to be watching in real time, like having that experience. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let's see it. Will it be in a window? Yes. Okay. You can see the screen, correct, Michelle?
Yes. I can't hear it, though.
Oh, really? What's the dealio? Why can't you hear it? You should be able to.
It was like very, very faint.
Oh, it was faint.
Yeah.
It didn't really say. Okay, come on. Can you still not hear anything? It was still not good? Okay.
No.
That's strange. I'll do it one more time before I try something new.
No.
No? Okay.
Like a little bit louder, but not really.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let me do it this way then. Which is silly.
I can also watch it after. It's not a big deal.
No, but it's actually epic, and I want your reaction. So,
yeah,
challenge All Stars 3 trailer.
Honestly, I'm so excited.
it's very.
I honestly didn't
very
know
good.
that the trailer was even out, which makes no sense. Obviously, the trailer's out. It starts on Wednesday, but I don't know. Time has been escaping me recently, so
Totally understand. Totally gonna help you out here. Oh shit. Okay. I guess I should have planned this. I just assumed that you'd already seen it. Sorry. Okay. Last try here.
if you're watching this back later, you can just fast forward this whole
Yeah,
part.
I'll timestamp when we get to the trailer part. Okay, you can see the screen?
Yeah.
Please tell me you can hear it. Yes?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Until my last breath, I will fight tooth and nail.
This is the most cutthroat game that has ever been invented.
This season, I've upped the ante, and I've only invited an elite group of competitors. Every competitor here has made it to a final.
I am determined to right this wrong.
I am not here to play a clean game. I'm here to play the messiest game you've ever seen.
This will be your biggest competition yet. Now we're talking.
I have never seen such savages.
Gone are the days of men running the game. I want us to dominate.
You don't come to the challenge not ready to win.
I'm gonna you guys up. I am gonna win.
This whole thing is like just stressing me out.
Come for that bitch's head. I want it off.
It's gonna be a wild ride, baby.
Only shooting stars.
It's so intense.
The Challenge All Stars, streaming May 11th exclusively on Paramount.
Do you have
Wow.
goosebumps like me? I got again goosebumps, and I've already seen this.
I'm so happy about so many things. Mainly everything, but like also like love that there's not much MJ because fuck him after last season.
Wait,
but,
why fuck him?
Just after all the whole final drama from last season.
Mm.
He like wouldn't reveal what the fourth step, but like it clear. Anyways, that whole thing just annoyed me. But wow, there's so many things I can't. You know who I wish was in the mix, even though we're already fire with this list, is Teresa.
Yeah,
Teresa
would
needs
be
to
a
come to All
good-
Stars. She needs to come
Now,
to All Stars.
Do you know what though? What's been in talks right now, and this is some stuff that Jelly Donut was talking about, was the fact that there's the next season 38 is going to be, the theme is allies. So it's going to be people that you've either been boyfriend and girlfriend, best friends, or like just friends or whatever. Like that's what the teaming is. And so maybe
Really?
Teresa might be pulled in as an ally of somebody epic. You know what I mean? So that's a possibility. But yeah, it's allies.
They're really doing that?
I mean,
they're doing
apparently.
allies. They just did Spies, Lies, and Allies.
Well, maybe they're calling it something else.
So
What are they
everyone
calling
gets
it,
to work
Jelly
with their best
Donuts?
friend? Like, what the
Or
fuck?
somebody that they like. But maybe their whole duo doesn't like someone else. I don't know. Someone's told me, shows Jonay, yes, she's queen. Yes, Jonay jumping out. They're definitely using her jumping out of that helicopter.
There is so many amazing moments. I love that. I didn't even realize that everyone's been to a final. I didn't even
Except
realize
for-
that.
Has Kayla
Yes. Her
Did
first
she-
season. Her first or second season.
on Invasions of the Champion, she was in the final?
Yes. I think it was like she made it to the final, but then got eliminated before the very end or something. Or like I forget what season it was, but I know she was in a final like pretty early on in her career. And it was kind of like just because she didn't really have to go into elimination and like wasn't really, you know what I mean? Hold on. When did I can't even
Jelly
type.
Donut says you're queen of doing your homework. Michelle usually knows it all. But we're not back on the challenge train, which is really exciting. Like, that's what's kind of fun about it. You know, last season and the season before, there was just so much challenge content coming out all the time that you can keep up with it. But
Vendettas, that's what it was. Vendettas. Because it was a season that Cara won. Vendettas.
She was in that final?
She was in the final, yes. But she didn't win. She got like 3rd place or something.
Who was
But
the
she was
other
there with
female?
Corey.
I remember Corey. I remember Nelson. I
She was
remember
there.
Kyle. I
Cara.
remember Cara. Her. And was there not another guy or another girl?
I'm sure, but I don't remember. But I know she was there. I know she
Wow,
was there.
okay. What's
That's
the chorus?
why she's in this group. Because I was like, why is she in this group? But she has made it to a final.
Sophie, obviously Wes is the star of All Stars. Like, we gotta love Wes. He's gonna bring the drama. He's gonna bring the confessionals, his Sagittarius energy. All right, Michelle, before we get to any more of these comments, we're gonna be doing a draft today, as we mentioned already. You are the reigning draft queen, so you will be choosing the draft order. And you will also be determining whether we're starting male or female. So it will be straight snake draft. So if we start female, go female, female, female. And then that third person will get to choose the male, their first pick of the male. So, and go back forward and forth. So just so you can take that into consideration before you decide the order.
Yeah. Oh, I've decided already.
Let's go. Let's start it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first because I'm
With
gonna
men,
go first.
probably.
And yeah, I think I don't really care who goes second. I know you like going second, so I'll let you go second this time.
Oh, okay.
And Fanta can go last.
Okay, so Michelle, me, and Fanta.
Yeah.
Great.
And yes, we're gonna start with the men, obviously.
All right, so let's get in there. I probably know who I need to pull up right away. Because it's going to be no surprise to any of us here. But who are you going with?
Obviously, Wes. I have to go
Wes.
with Wes because everyone knows Wes is my fave. Fave like of the OGs. I think that I love how he's been like. I love how he's such a good competitor, but also always has a lot of people against him. Because then he always tries to find funny, sneaky ways to get around it. And sometimes it blows up in his face. And I love that he like accepts that it sometimes does, but like goes hard. And he, to me, epitomizes a challenge competitor. So I'm so excited. He's going to cause so many fights. He's going to win so many things. Like he's going to get me so many points. I'm pumped.
Definitely, he was my number one guy pick. If I had gone first for the men in any part of this draft list, I would have taken Wes first, 100%. He gets, even if he doesn't win, he will get a lot of points along the way. Either he's going to win a lot of dailies, he will be causing drama, he will be getting lots of confessions. Like, he's just going to be involved in everything. So I think no matter how he does this season, he's going to go far. I don't think he's going to go out early, and he's going to get you a lot of points. So he's great. He is a great pick for sure. So since I'm going second, my pick is someone who we haven't seen yet on All Stars. We're going to go with Jordan. So
sad.
Jordan, he's a winner. He's won a few times. He's not afraid of going toe-to-toe with anybody. He probably has something to prove, you know. It's not the main season now. It's like I don't think it's B team, but like, you know, it's like the lesser season probably in some people's eyes. And so I think that he's going to come with like, I want to be top dog of this series and coming in to win. We know he's capable of winning. We know that he's capable of causing drama. We know that he's capable of giving some opposition to Wes. He doesn't allow himself to be pushed around by anybody. So I think that he could get a lot of points. I think that he could definitely win this season. And he could definitely find somebody to make out with. He actually does that often, unless he actually is with Laurel. So who knows? But I think that he will get me some points and he could possibly win.
Yes, I think that I think this was pre him and Laurel reconnecting, when this was filmed, because that's kind of a newer thing. And I do think he's going to have a thing with Naya, as we've heard the rumors. And he's definitely my number 2 pick, and he's amazing. So obviously, great choice.
All right. Let me get to Fanta's listeroo here. So, so funny. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, but Fanta's number 1 pick was Jordan, and number 2 pick was Wes. So, it was not going to come to her anyways. So her number 3 pick, though, do you have any guesses?
My guess is Darrell.
Number 3 is Darrell. You know how to pick him, or you know how we would pick him, because yes, Darrell is her 3rd pick, or her 1st pick now. So obviously Darrell is the best. He hasn't been winning lately, so I would like to see a win from Darrell at this point.
Yeah.
We know he's capable. I'm just not sure if he's capable of going head to head with all of these guys that like these bigger personalities. Like I can see him having to go down more often than maybe he is used to.
Yeah, he knows that Wes knows Darrell's game and knows that if you let Darrell get to a final, he's going to give it a really good. He's going to get 1st or 2nd for sure. So he really needs to. He's going to try to get. I think he's going to try to get Darrell out pretty quick, is my guess, but we'll see.
Hi, Lovable Nikki. So no, Lovable Nikki was saying, so it was Naya that has not been to a final. That's the person that I was thinking of, that I was like, there's somebody on here, and I thought it was Kayla.
Actually,
but it's
you're
Naya,
right.
because she left before they went to that second, or maybe they're at the second location, but they still had that one elimination before the final, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
why
almost made it to the final.
Maybe she's a replace. I don't know. Who knows? Well, whatever. Weird.
Yes, very weird. All right, so Fanta gets her number 1 female. I'm surprised by this one.
I'm not. Probably not. Who is it?
Hold on, let's find it for you. I actually am surprised by this one. So Fanta's number 1 female, and maybe it's because she's seen the trailer, but she's gone with Sylvia. Now, Sylvia definitely has youth on her side. She's probably one of the younger females, younger cast members at all. The average age is 39. I think she's 33. So she's definitely going to be physically potentially more capable than some people. But I just feel as though she doesn't really have her friends, you know what I mean? And so I don't know who's going to be protecting her, if she's good at making friends. Like, I never really had any faith in her gameplay that much. I know she's made it to the final with Joss. I know that she has heart. I was rooting for her that one time where she won against Melissa. But like, other than that, I'm not really rooting for her. But I do like seeing her, like, I'm going to slit her throat in the trailer. So I like that fire from her.
Yeah, I think she's going to cause fights. She always brings the fire with that. She'll probably win a couple things. I agree with you about the age thing. Maybe she'll have more stamina. We'll see. I don't know. I agree with you about the friends. I don't think she has a lot of people on her side. And she's going to be a threat to a lot of the women who have already played the last few seasons together. So I don't know. I see her having to go into multiple eliminations. So it's just kind of about how she performs.
Yeah. I mean, she could go down and come out victorious, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if out of this group of people and how people are insulated, if she has winner vibes. But she might be a point getter.
Yeah.
So for me, for my number 1 girl pick, I am going to choose. You'll probably guess this one.
Yep.
And I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that Fanta didn't choose this person. Kellyanne. Of course.
My
of course
girl.
I'm gonna take Kellyanne. Like, I feel as though she should have won or at least got some money in the first season.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna be interested to see how her and Wes interact. You know, they used to be dating. She does have like a link with Kendall, which means that she also has a link with Darrell and anybody else that played season one. So she's kind of insulated well. She knows what this is going to be like. She's used to this already. Like she's kind of gotten more familiar with this game, and so I think she could do well. We know that she's physically capable. Um, and I think that she might have some more numbers on her side this time around. So yeah, I think that she could be due for a win.
She's the queen.
She's the queen. All right, Michelle, who's your next pick?
Okay. My first female pick will be Kendall.
Okay.
I'm picking Kendall because she's strong. She's good in eliminations. Yes, she will probably have to go into multiple, but she's made better probably connections this time from the last two. So I'm hoping she can avoid the first few eliminations, crossing fingers, and get herself in a good position. I know her temperament is she gets a little bit stress case, but
Where is her picture?
I
Oh, there
think
she is.
she's a very strong performer, and I think that she will gain me a lot of points with like challenge wins and elimination wins and stuff. I see her going far, hopefully. And then,
Sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I like Kendall, but I was kind of just worried that she kind of always gets taken out. Like so far that we've seen. Like one was that she
Yeah.
has that condition where I guess things dislocate and stuff like that. And so I'm worried for her to be able to physically be able to carry on. But I think that if she's in her wheelhouse, if it's anything with stamina, anything with just like balance and strength in that way, yes, she could do really well. But I do worry about her hurting herself and being maybe medically evacuated. But yeah, I think she's a good pick, but I'm just, for whatever reason, I'm just not confident in Kendall.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the truth. If she has to be medically evacuated, then that means I get Beth. And because Beth is obviously going to replace, we know the Beth is coming in at some point.
I actually forgot about that.
And if that happens, I thought about this. If that happens, Beth will give me so many fight points that and like ridiculousness that it'll probably be a good for my total score. So
okay,
yeah.
okay,
So
nice
I'm cool
strategy.
with it. And then I get to pick a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I am. Who do I have here? Okay, so next on my list is none other than Nehemiah.
Obviously.
I'm picking Nehemiah. He should have won last season. He is underrated. He has a lot of connections this season. Sort of. Like he still has those enemies with like Derek, and like he's not really on those people's side, but he has Latarian. He has Yes. He has Wes, obviously. He'll probably have Cyrus. He has, I feel like he's got Melinda. And he's got, I feel like he's got some good friends. And also Jemmy. And also like, yeah, like I see him doing well. I hope he did super well last season. I think people are definitely going to be gunning for him, but hey, taking my shot.
Pretty good. He was my number 3 guy pick. So like my top 4 was Wes, Jordan, Nehemiah, Darrell. So I was hoping that maybe we'd be sleeping on him, but I agree with you. He was supposed to win that last season. I think that he's learned how to play the game in a way that's actually a winning game. I think he's understanding now when people are looking at numbers, looking at strategy, that they're not being sneaky and shady. Like they're actually just putting themselves in the best position to win the game. And so him being able to line up with Wes now, who is the master of that, and then go against all the people that he was against last time where he was like an underdog. I think that his side of things are going to take out, I'm sorry, it's like the Darrell, the Brad, the Derek. I think that side is unnumbered. So I think that he could do well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my next guy I said I wouldn't change my list, but I was hoping that things would have been different. But I'm going to go with Brad.
Cute.
Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Brad, but I do think that he is capable of getting to the end and winning.
Mhm.
I think that he goes down often and he wins. So I think that even if he does go down, say like he already has gone down last season against Derek and he won. And I think that you can kind of count on Brad.
You missed his picture.
Oh shit, sorry. I'm just talking. I'm just talking and talking and talking. Thank you. Brad's picture.
That beard, though.
Beardo. Thank you for reminding me. So yeah, I think that it's potential that he could do well. And also on my tarot predictions, he got some good cards. I don't remember them right now, but I like he out of everybody got some winning cards. And so I was like, well, let's just see what
damn.
these winning cards mean. Maybe that everybody else will be fighting against each other and he's able to just kind of squeeze to the end and then dominate. Who knows? But I want to see how well he does. And so I'm happy to have him on my team.
Yeah, he's definitely a good person. I definitely had him later on my list, but I think he will win challenges and he can win eliminations and he's got decent stamina. I don't see him being the number one in a final, but that might not matter. I think I don't know. He does pretty well. He annoys me. I don't love him as a person. And I kind of picked my list based on people that I like now that I'm relooking at it. Like I take stamina and I take strength in consideration, but I want people that I are going to bring what I need. I like to have a well-rounded experience. But yeah, Brad's a good pick.
Yes, I'll be hate watching him,
Yes.
Be
Yeah.
like, oh, but you're on my team, so I'll root for you. All right, so Fanta has 2 coming up. So, where's her first one? Hello. Who do you think that she has next?
For Guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably Mark.
You got it.
Yep.
She has Mark next. So obviously Mark is a great pick. He's going to be on the older end of things. So he is 50. Himself and Cyrus are the 2 oldest men, and Cynthia is the oldest woman. And so I think Mark obviously is a great pick. I think that Mark always gets to the end. Mark is likable. Nobody wants to take out the Godfather. So it's very possible that he gets all the way to the end. He doesn't, as far as I remember, create any drama. So I don't know if he's going to get any other points, but I love Mark. I want to see him do well. I think it's a good pick. He was up there for me as well.
Yeah, he was my number 5, so that would have been next on my list because I've already lost my 2 and 3.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
And then Fanta's next girl. Oh, I think this is interesting.
Really?
Any thoughts? Any thoughts?
My guess is Tina or Melinda.
Melinda! Michelle is on fire with
I know
knowing
Fanta's brain. I know
it. So Fanta has chosen Melinda. Now, yes, I think that Melinda did amazing last season, and I think that she's proved herself to be really capable. But I don't know if she has proven herself to be capable multiple seasons. So I would still be, personally, I'd just be worried that she wouldn't be able to deliver if she was with a different partner or if she was on her own. And so I was more hesitant with Melinda as a pick just because I think that she had obviously a great season last season and she should have won, but I don't know if I have faith in her in doing well a second time. So I definitely didn't have Melinda high, but I can understand why Fanta would.
Yeah. No, I had her pretty high up there. She was up there for me, but I agree with what you're saying. I don't necessarily know if she can go all the way, but I think that she hopefully has this confidence from last season. And that was what was standing in her way a lot of the time. Like sometimes just having that sheer force of confidence that you can do it because you've done it before gives you that extra edge. You know what I mean? I feel like Jonay has had that before. And also like, that's how kind of Wes is, right? Like, because he knows he's like, I am so good. He like, that's like half the job there is to like believe that you can be so amazing. Like Jordan's the same way. So I think
That's
she'll
true.
hopefully do well. She also has tons of friends in the house, so
True. Very true.
yeah,
The only
she'll do
thing is,
well.
though, I could see her having to go down, and going down is where it's possible for you to go home. I think that if
Yeah,
Tina last season had given it her all, I think that she would have beat Melinda in that
yeah,
particular elimination. And
yeah,
so I'm not sure how well I feel that she'll fare if she has to go down. But if she avoids elimination, I think that she could get some points depending on her partner, if it's a partner thing. And I think that she could do well in a final. I'm just worried about her in eliminations.
yeah. Agreed.
All right, I got my female pick. Who do you think I
Mhm.
got? You can probably tell.
I honestly, I could go in different directions. So let me see what you got.
I'm gonna take her. You mentioned her.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna take
That
her.
is what I expected for you. It was not my next pick, but I thought yes, you will want
Well,
Jode.
I mean, I have to like this list and my other list with the boys is completely different. It's so funny,
Yes.
just because like with them, I'm like points heavy, but they're all like fitness and like who's gonna be the best athlete. But I just go for like all like the blubbering points, which is really interesting. But this one, I'm definitely drafting differently than I did with them, which I think is hilarious. So I chose Jonee because obviously she's in the trailer a bit, but I'm worried that it's because she goes home early. Because if I was playing, I would want to take out the person that's made it to the final twice without going down. So and as one now. So I'm worried for her, but I do think that she is capable of getting some points. I do think she is capable of getting some makeout points. So hopefully we'll see her and
Yeah,
MJ's.
and also look at this. Like she's looking great.
Yes, she's definitely gotten her pre-baby body back, it seems. And she was able to do really well when she was 7 months, like, after having a baby. So, to see that she's probably trained is going to bode very well for her, and she knows
Yeah.
what it's like to be there. She knows how to play the political game, and so I wanna see if she could do it again, and I wanna be rooting for her to do it again.
Yeah,
So,
I
that's
agree with
who's
you.
in there.
My only thought is that she avoided elimination, and that is part of her strategy. And people like Wes know that. So like it just depends what side she gets on. She has to get in with, and she's good at getting in with pretty much anyone. So like that's true, but I don't know if people are gonna not throw her in, and I don't know if she's not gonna get too stressed in an elimination because she doesn't have that ability the same way that she has endurance and other skills. You know, she's very smart though, and she has the capabilities. So she definitely was in the middle of my list. So she was one of my next upcoming picks, anyways.
We have Chris D here, charming Chantele, marvelous Michelle with the fabulous hair. Yes, thank you, Chris D. Thank you, thank you. So, Level Nikki, I understand what Michelle is saying about Brad. I felt the same way, but I saw an interview with him recently and he seemed to have matured, and what is going on with his children is horrible. Okay, that's true. I do,
I do agree.
Yeah, we want
Stuff
to see
about
him
the
do well.
children is like, oh, it's so sad.
Natalie, Chantele, is anybody going to show up at your house and join the podcast? I don't think that anybody that lives downstairs is a fan of the challenge. So, no. But I can't rule anything out at this point.
Honestly,
'cause
wasn't that so iconic? Everybody knows about this moment. It's famous
it
now. It's viral.
was
It
shocking.
was so good. It was so good.
And I can't even believe that it happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I love though that it's going to go down as a 2022 iconic moment in podcast history, in reality TV podcasting history. Like it's just so epic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to post about both of them today or tomorrow, just to have it like, circling on my page.
Yeah.
So good. What happened to his children? If I'm not mistaken, there's a little bit of a, like, I don't know if it's a custody battle, but I believe that Tori's not allowing him to see his kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I'm not sure court-wise who's in the wrong, or if it's against the ruling of a court or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like he wants to see his children, but she is preventing that from happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant.
So now to you,
is
Michelle.
it my turn?
Yes,
Okay.
girl, then guy, please.
All right, my next female pick is going to be Naya.
Girl.
And I'm picking Naya. She was my number 3 pick because she is she's obviously fierce. We know she's going to have hookup points. We know she's going to get into fights, probably, hopefully. She, I think, is a strong competitor. I think she'll be good in a lot of situations, especially physical. I don't know about like puzzly stuff, but I don't know. I have high hopes that she's going to gain me a lot of points, so I'm very excited about Naya.
Well, Naya was my number 3 pick as well. She didn't necessarily have the best personality kind of reputation when she's played before. Like she hasn't been that likable, but I do figure that she must have matured a little bit by this point. She must have kind of looked back at how she was perceived in all of her appearances on MTV and maybe has had a little bit of growth. She's one of the younger competitors, which is obviously going to bode well for her to be physically adept to be able to do some of these challenges. But we know that she is willing to clap back. So you're going to get some points absolutely with her speaking her truth or whatnot. Yes, we hear that she's going to be making out potentially with Jordan. So you're going to get some makeup points. And she's taller than most of these other women. So I feel like she's going to be winning more things. So I think she's a great pick. She was my number 3, as I said. I'm impressed, Michelle. You're choosing differently than I thought, but stealing all my people, so it's good.
Yes. Well, you've been stealing mine too, so it's only fair. You took my Kellyanne queen. So my next male pick, I actually had these two people, I'm not going to say who, tied, and gave them kind of the same spot. But it's clear to me what I have to do. And I am going to pick Derek.
Wow.
Yeah. And
okay.
This is not like, this could be a mistake. For sure. I acknowledge that. The reason I'm picking Derek is because, he has Brad, he has Mark, he'll probably have MJ, has Tyler, Cyrus. Like, I don't know. I feel like I know he's going to be annoying, but let's be real here. Like, he could get into a fight potentially. Also, we know he's scrappy. We know he always gives it his all. We know he can be kind of dumb sometimes. So nothing really mental will be great for him, but he is good at things that people don't expect him to be at. And he's going to always go that extra mile. I love watching him go off. So, yeah, that's why I picked Derek.
I mean, I didn't have him very high. I think it's just because he drives me crazy. Kind of like Christy, can't take another season of Derek screaming. I just don't know if he's going to be on the right side. I mean, he is the type of person that like plays the middle and then chooses the side that he thinks is going to win the battle. So maybe he's going to jump over with the West side of things. And if he does that, he might have some more longevity in this game.
Yeah.
But if he sticks with him, Brad, Darrell,
but because isn't it
MJ.
interesting though? Because you have like the Darrell, Derek, Mark, and you have the like Nehemiah, Latarian, whatever. But then you also have Wes but then you also have Jordan, and Jordan and Wes usually never work together. Derek and Wes normally never work together. So it's like, someone's gonna have to work with somebody to get the other third party of strong people out. So it's like, are Jordan and Wes going to align for a bit and then, or are they going to immediately be against each other and one of them's going to fuck over the other one? Like, I don't know. And that's what's really exciting to me, because then you have Nehemiah in there too, who's also going to want to be against Derek. They obviously have drama. And so, Nehemiah being close with Wes, it's like, well, then Derek and Wes can't be together. So then maybe he's going to go against Derek. I don't know. So many options.
So many options. But I do feel that Derek will become the sacrificial lamb. He will be the person that most people will feel most comfortable going down against. I don't think that people necessarily are as scared of him as they used to be in the past. Or expect that much from him, because we've seen him lose more times than in the past. So as much as like I could see him going to the end and doing well and winning, I could, but I didn't rate him high for my particular draft this season.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not I. So I'm not sure about this person, but I'm curious because there is some drama that's going on in social media, which makes me wonder what the heck happened. So I'm going with yes. Have you seen the feud?
No, tell me what happened.
Michelle, look it up right now and you're going to read it out loud, please, because Wes made a statement about yes. And yes.
How do I look? What do I look up?
I don't know. Just Wes calls out yes, I guess. Too many rhymings. So just before you get to that, so debut, Melinda will be even better with Wes in her corner. Absolutely. I totally agree. I'm just not sure that. Okay,
so
can you read it for us?
The 2-time challenge originally spoke about going into blah, blah, blah. There is one cast member who Wes referred to as a wolf in sheep's clothing, calling them the most dangerous type of castmate due to how they come across at the surface level. Several known rivalries. He says he's got rivalries with Derek, Jarrell, Jordan, and Veronica. He says, I didn't really realize all the new people that were going to be there that I'd never met. So the MJs and the yes, or any of the gaggle of people that Veronica can manipulate. I was going to be walking in on day one to being in everyone's crosshairs. Wait, one sec. Okay. It says, Wes didn't seem to have anything kind to say about him, as he referred to him as dangerous, blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, he's actually one of the worst humans that's graced the show because he puts on this front like he's such a great human, but those are sometimes the most dangerous humans that there are. We all show up as wolves to play a very cutthroat game, and he shows up pretending he's a sheep. But really, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and I think that's almost worse because we all acknowledge that we're coming for each other. And Wes went on to say that yes, expects everyone to roll out the red carpet for him and he'll be treated like an angel of a human. He's just as bad as the rest of us, if not worse, because he comes in under false pretenses. Wow. So interesting.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds like him and Wes aren't friends. And if he's saying like being able to be manipulated by Veronica, it seems like Veronica's not working with Wes at all. And it seems like maybe Veronica's going to have some pull in this house. And, you know, I mean, she obviously did her real world season or road rules season with yes. And so it makes sense.
Veronica did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They did Semester at Sea together. And so, yeah, that makes sense that they're going to work together. And she also is going to have Jemmy, also is going to have with Jemmy maybe having, I think maybe Wes didn't realize the power that Veronica might have.
Yeah. That makes me a little worried that, Wes is my first pick, but whatever.
I still would have picked him first because like that doesn't mean anything, right? It could mean that like at the final that he gets cut or not at all. Maybe who knows? But
who knows? Yeah. But I get that because yes has never been in an elimination ever. Because he's only been on 2 seasons and he's never had to go in. And he's won both times. Right? So or he at least made it to the finals in his first, whatever. So like, I don't see him being used to the idea of him being an option to go up. I feel like he will assume it shouldn't be. And I think that I agree that kind of air about you is like, why do you not deserve to go in just as much as anybody else? Everyone, you know what I mean? Like what makes you so special? So I can understand that frustrating someone like Wes because I feel that same frustration and we have that Sag energy. So, you know.
And yes is an Aries, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to be like, you know, the fire sign that's all about me. Me, I'm the best. I do what I want. I walk through the world. And so the wise sage of a Sag is probably not going to bode well with basically a Sag is like the wisest of the fire signs, and Aries is the most youthful, so the most juvenile fire sign, so it's kind of like a baby. And so it's probably just a little bit annoying that how they operate. I'd be annoyed probably too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. Hi, Mary. Thanks for being here. Help you too. I'm very excited for the new All-Star season. I'm so excited. Depending on what time it drops, I will do a watch party every Wednesday, and then we will go live probably around 10:30 Eastern on Wednesdays to do our recaps, which is quite exciting. So, whoop, whoop. Veronica, and yes, we're on the best Road Rules season ever. Yes, same season as Ayana was on that season as well. All right, let's see who Fanta has coming up here. So Fanta's next guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Actually, no surprise. So who do you think Fanta has coming up?
I think she picked MJ.
Oh, no, surprise. I thought you'd go this person first. So she picked
I actually
Tyler.
was going to, and then I went, maybe not. Tyler. Fanta loves Tyler. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I 100% understand this pick. Tyler is, basically we're going with my order. You know what I mean? Like Tyler was next on my list. So yeah, he's strong. I think that he's going to learn from his mistakes last season. Probably he looks like he's in better shape this season. I think he's just going to play a better game. He's not going to be such a fish out of water. I think that he could become a little bit scarier. I do worry about his numbers. I don't know who he has on his side necessarily, but that means he could be scooped up. And so I hope he does well. I think he's a great competitor, and I have high hopes for him. So Tyler,
good choice.
Any other thoughts?
No, he's great. He's tall too, so he's a great swimmer. He has good abilities. I think Wes is going to try to come for him at the beginning. That's my guess. But maybe not. Who even knows? I think, as Wes said, he's going to play a messy game, and I am here for it.
So am I. Okay, so who do you think that Fanta has next for the women?
I think she picked Tina or Veronica.
Incorrect. She picks. I'm shocked by this one.
Me? Kayla? Sorry. Wow, I yelled. I just yelled. Sorry, everybody. What?
I think it's the youth factor. I'm not sure because I don't feel like she'll have that many friends. Is she friends with Wes? I can't remember.
Yeah, they're friends. She went on his weird show.
Oh, right. They're living at his mansion or whatever. Okay, so maybe you'll have Wes in her corner. But I don't know. I don't really have that much faith in Kayla.
She'll get fight points.
Fight points, yeah, possibly. She's not really great at eliminations, if I remember correctly. She kind of panics under pressure, if I'm remembering correctly.
She often does, yes.
So I'm surprised that she got picked this high, but do you know what? I think that I would have ended up picking her about this high too. I have one more person ahead of her, so I guess it makes sense.
I just think that, like, she doesn't have the drive to win. And that's why I can't ride for her. Like, you know, say what you will about someone like Sylvia. She has the drive to win. Kellyanne, Kendall, Melinda, like, they want to really win, and they're willing to go that extra little step, Jonay, to try to get there. I don't see Kayla doing it. I see her being like, if it's not easy enough for me, like, ugh, this sucks. I gave it my all, you know?
I totally agree with you. And that's probably why, like, I'm never really that excited about Kayla. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, well, she's going to be okay. But,
because
like, I'm not rooting for her. Exactly. I'm not like, she's never the underdog in the sense, or she's never the underdog and then she fights really hard and comes out victorious. So you can be like, yes, she did it. Like, Sylvia has had that moment at least once. And so, you know, she's been the underdog. She fought really hard and she wanted it badly enough. So I 100% agree with you. She never wants it badly enough. You're right. Totally right.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you think my next girl pick is? I think you're going to be wrong, actually.
Yeah, honestly, I would go anybody At this point,
Yeah.
it could be any of them.
I'm going
Ronnie.
Ronnie. I'm going
That was
Ronnie.
one of yeah, that was my next one.
So I'm going with Ronnie. Kind of like who was saying this here? Chris D. Ronnie's a wild card and looks very athletic in the trailer.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think we hear a soundbite from her saying, if you're not coming here to win, I think that's her talking. I recently saw a clip of her in her road rules season where she's the only black woman that just is, and she's from New York, and she just wants the people on her bus to come and meet her friend, and they didn't want to go meet her friend, and like it was just like a moment where she's just feeling like these 4 or 5 other white people don't care about my life and who I am and learning about me. And it was like she was just one against everybody. So from that moment, like of 20 years ago, it just shows that she has a lot of fight. She's able to stand up against many people. And she's probably just gotten stronger with age. So I'm going to give Ronnie a shot here and hope that she's going to be one of these people that we haven't seen in a long time that's going to come out as a shining star. So let's give it to Ronnie.
That's a great choice. That was my next choice.
Perfect.
I'm struggling here because again, it's like, yeah, I think like I have what's next on my list. I have the next two, and I'm just like, okay. So my next pick is going to be Veronica. And I'm picking Veronica because, I mean, she always has connections. She'll always bring fights inevitably. Inevitably, if we hear the rumors of Beth being there, even the people there, like I can see her fighting with anybody. When she's fed up, she speaks her piece. She says it. She's not afraid to do that. So I see her getting maybe with Sylvia. Like who knows? Who knows where the fights will be, but they will be. And if how Wes is talking has any indication, like she'll probably be against him and be a wrench in his plans. And so it'll be maybe hopefully a back and forth type deal where 1 week he has the power, 1 week she has the power, which I love. So that'll give her some wins in there. It'll give some dynamics, regardless of whether she makes it all the way. If she does make it all the way, do I believe she can win a final? Probably not compared to most of these people, just based on what I know of her. But I think she'll get me a lot of points. So I had to go with Veronica.
Veronica, I know who you're probably dabbling between, and I have them back and forth as well. I think she's a great pick, especially learning that she has some, Wes calling her, Veronica and her minions or whatever he said. It shows that she must have some power this game, and you can't really call somebody that if they go out early. So I do feel like she's going to be staying in the game for a long period of time, and the longer you stay, the more points you can accrue. So I think she's a great pick. We know that she's willing to fight. We know that she's able to get to the end and win. We haven't seen her do this in a while, so I'm interested to see if she's going to do better in the All-Star season because she wasn't great when she came back in the main season. So I'm here for it. I'm ready to see Veronica play again.
Me too.
Okay, your next guy.
Oh yes, then I pick a guy. When I got down to these people, like it was a little bit like, oh, I don't know what direction to go in because it depends on what my strategy is for my picks. At this point, usually I'm thinking about how can I get some extra points to load up my score. This is hilarious. Anyways, so I ultimately have decided that my next pick is going to be MJ. And I'm picking MJ because we already know there's rumors of him and Jonay. Hopefully we see it within this season. I'm sure we will. We'll see some hookups. We'll see some drama because he didn't have to go into elimination last time. So he's getting thrown in there. You know it. And will he win? I mean, probably, hopefully at some points he will. I see he's very strong, obviously. Not the smartest again with puzzles and stuff, but at this point, I'm just hoping he gets me some extra hookup points and things like that, and maybe some fights and maybe some daily wins at the start or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. He's my next person on my list as well. Would have been happy to snatch him up. I think that as everything you said, I totally agree with. I don't know if he has enough heart, kind of like how we're saying with Kayla. Like that's always kind of like he's always been a person that wants to be there and wants to win, but I don't know if he would have had the fight if Janae wasn't the one that was kind of pushing him. You know what I mean? So I just don't know how he'll do on his own or
Agreed.
with a different partner. But I definitely agree he's going to get you some kissy points and maybe some daily points. I don't see him winning 2 times in a row, though. I don't see that.
No.
Christy says Mark Long and Emily tweeted tonight something is going to be released tomorrow. Hopefully a preview. Interesting. I'll keep my eyes open for that. Terrible pick was Tyler. Tyler is nowhere in that trailer. Well, Fanta just gave us a list and her order of who she wanted. And so he was like probably 8th on her list. So it's not actually that high up, but somebody has to get chosen at some point, you know? But he isn't anywhere. Is Tyler one of the most underrated players ever? He might be.
Yeah, I can actually agree. One of the top, one of the most underrated.
100%. Okay, so for me, who's my next guy? I think they're going to have to go with track record for the All-Star season here. And I'm going to have to take Latarian. Now, I don't have that much faith in Latarian just because, you know, he seems to either put himself into elimination or he, you know, like he's for the team and keeping the team strong, and he's willing to sacrifice himself for the team, which is great for the team, but it's not great for his win condition. You know, like I want him to want to win as much as he wants his team to advance.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that he will be willing to take some falls sometimes for, you know, the people that he's working with. Potentially there'll be some kissy points with him and Melinda. I think that's, I don't know if their romance has already expired at this point or not. I'm not sure what the timeline is. So there is a potential for some flirty, or maybe if it's already ended, maybe there'll be some discourse. So I'm interested to see if I can get some additional side points with Latarian here, and maybe he'll win another pole wrestle. Who knows? So not that plus on him being able to win a season, but I think he could maybe get me some points here.
Agreed.
So Fanta's, I guess this is our last guy, right?
Yeah, so she's got the last option, which is Cyrus.
Cyrus was her last pick anyways, so, and I think Cyrus was mine too. Was Cyrus your last pick? I'm sorry, Cyrus.
Yeah.
Oh, so shady. We know that Cyrus is the oldest gentleman alongside Mark on this season, and we know last season he hurt his ankle, and like he's, you know, I appreciate that he's a really fit man, but I don't know if he can go up against a fit Wes or a fit Derek or a fit, like anybody of these younger guys. You know, they're 10 years younger than him, which is a lot. So I don't know if he's just going to be capable enough. And his track record on these All-Star seasons haven't been great. So
yeah,
not much faith in with Cyrus, but happy to see him back. Hopefully he'll have an opportunity to be on the season while Beth is there. Fingers crossed for that. Any thoughts about Cyrus?
Nah, you said him. Yeah.
And then her last lady pick will be, wow, this is quite shocking, actually. She has, oh, no, okay, I got it. I missed this person. So she's taking Jemmye off the board.
Yeah, obviously.
So I didn't see that that person had been picked. She has Jemmye way higher on her list. Of course, she loves Jemmye. Jemmye's going to get some points. Jemmye's going to be locked in with Veronica and Tina, most likely. She has her Nehemiah connection. She knows how to politic, so I think she's going to be well insulated. She's willing to clap back. She's not going to allow like Sylvia or like Kayla touch her. So
No.
I think that she's a great pick at this point. Anyways, in the draft, I think that she's going to get a lot of points.
I agree. Yeah, she was next for me. She's definitely someone who will bring it in terms of points. She will get a lot of points.
And so for me, my next person is going to be, I guess this is my last person.
Yep, and then I get whoever's left over between
Um,
Cynthia and Tina.
Well, obviously I'm taking Tina.
Yeah.
I just watched a clip recently, it resurfaced of her doing the final with Kenny. And I was like, yeah, girl. Actually, I'm going to find it.
What season was that?
I can't remember right now. Fresh Meat 1, I think. Hold on. Let's see if I can find this really quickly. She's such a badass. And it's just like, yes, I forgot about you, Tina. You're so good.
She brought it last season too, even though she left.
Like, I think if she has friends on her side, like, she's going to be really dominant still.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really do. What's this? Is this it? Is this what I'm looking for? I think it is. Okay, hold on. All right, so Tina for my last female pick. I'm surprised she went this low. Just because she's going to get points for some fights for sure, and she's going to have a lot of people on her side, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. All right, so let's show you this clip just to remind you of Tina's awesomeness. Facebook. Oh shit. Oh wait, no, I don't want this. I don't want that page. Sorry. I want Instagram.
Yeah, and well, because of this, just so everybody knows, Cynthia is on my team, my draft, and I don't know anything about Cynthia, so I have no idea what to think.
I'll just pull up her picture then really quickly, just so we can conclude that, and then I'll show you that clip, which is great. All right, Cynthia is this woman. I was gonna do a rewatch of the seasons of the two women that I haven't seen, obviously, in about 20 years. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so I'll probably get on that maybe even after this. I don't know very much about her. I believe she has won one final, but this is probably when it was still teams and when it was less competitive. But and I haven't seen her in the trailer at all, so I do worry that she might be a first booter.
Yeah.
But
well, I will say she wasn't my last pick. Kayla was my last pick, so
shocking. Yeah, Cynthia was my last pick here. So
Cynthia was my second last.
I had Kayla higher, actually. Interesting that you had her so low. Okay, so let's get this little pick for you. Little clip. On. Tell me if you can hear.
Not have a 5'3" girl carry half the weight. Let's see how you're drawing. Help us now, Kenny. Draw us a picture of the finish line. How about that?
What are you gonna do? What are you doing?
What am I doing? I got us here.
Good thing. You're a great reality celebrity.
What can you do? You can run. That's it. Out of 5 puzzles, you took 2 runs. Help us out with 1. Not have a 5.
So just to remind you,
she's so iconic. Oh, I'm obsessed. Honestly, I wanted her on my team. I had her earlier, but it was just because of the way things rolled out. I wasn't able to snatch her until it was too late. But I think that she's just everything to me. I love her. She was on my team the last time.
Yes, I was jealous that you didn't get that I didn't get her last time, so I'm very happy to have her this time. Oh, of course. I love covering All-Star. I mean, I love covering the challenge. The challenge is my main priority. It's the one that's the most satisfying for me to cover. I get the most excited to watch the challenge. And even when it gets bad, it's still very, very, very good. Very fun. We always have so much to talk about. So I will always be covering the challenge when I can. So my pleasure. My absolute pleasure. So just to reiterate, did I write everybody down or did I start forgetting? Shoot. Hold on.
I have it all written down. So
you have.
Yeah. So my picks are Kendall, Naya, Veronica, and Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
My males are Wes, Nehemiah, MJ, and Derek. And then for Fanta, she's got Jemmy, Kayla, Melinda, and Sylvia.
This is interesting.
Yeah. And then for her men, I actually really like her female team. Fuck. Her male team is Darrell, Mark, Cyrus, and Tyler. Also great male team as well.
Well, everybody seems to have a pretty decent team. So my team is Jordan, Brad, Yes, and LT, Letarian. And then I have Kellyanne, Jonae, Ronnie, and Tina.
Wow.
These are all really fun.
We all
These
have
are
fun teams.
So I'm excited to see how this goes down. So Lovable Nikki says, Cynthia was on the first challenge. Yes, exactly. That was the one with like Puck, and it was so long ago. There was no actual final. It was basically 5 real worlders doing road rules. Right. They all completed the task, 5 episodes, and won the handsome reward. I'm kind of remembering, is that the one where Puck gets married, or was that season 2? The things I kind of remember. Tina got some quit in her though. Yeah, but she also has some friends in this group, and so I don't know.
And I didn't see it as her quitting on herself. I saw it as her giving an opportunity to somebody else that she really cared about, that she believed deserved that opportunity, you know?
Agreed.
Is Tina also an Aries?
Tina's a Gemini.
Okay, interesting.
So that's your opposite. So
Yeah.
Geminis are usually like social butterflies. What's Veronica? Veronica, I think, is a Sag.
Really?
I have this all written down somewhere in this book. I think Veronica is a Sag, which makes sense as to why you want to pick her. She's definitely got some fire in her. Maybe she's not a Sag. Where's my list? I don't remember. Anyways, well, that's it for our, yeah, she is a Sag. So Veronica's a Sag, Tina's a Gemini, Sylvia is a Sag, Ronnie is a Sag, Naya is an Aquarius, Melinda is a Leo. Look at this Aaron Fire. This is going to be explosive and fun. Melinda's a Leo, Kendall is an Aries, Kellyanne is a Gemini. Then we have Kayla with the Scorpio. Womp womp. Sorry. We vibe with the air and fire. Jonae is also a Scorpio. Jemmy is a Leo. And Cynthia is a Scorpio. So basically everybody is air or fire out of the women. And then 3 Scorpios, which doesn't bode well for the Scorpios because they'll just put out their fires really easily. Or put out their water. So yes, I think that's not going to be great. And for the guys, so Wes is a Sag, Darrell's a Scorpio, Derek is a Leo, Cyrus is a Virgo, MJ is a Gemini, Jordan is a Virgo, Yes is an Aries, Tyler is a Pisces, Brad Scorpio, Mark Gemini, Nehemiah Scorpio, Letarian Cancer.
So lots of Scorpio.
Lots of Scorpios, actually.
With both, yeah. We'll see.
But a lot of air and fire for the rest of it. And so I think that air and fire, when they're working together, they dominate. They just do really well together. So I think that I'm predicting an air or fire winner. That's my thought.
I love it.
Well, thanks for doing this with me, Michelle. We'll be back, I'm assuming, unless things change, on Wednesday at around 10:30 Eastern to do our first recap of the first episode. I will be doing a watch party sometime during the day, so depending on what time it's released, maybe around 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern, doing a watch party. I'll let you know in the community. Do you have anything else to say before we get started next episode?
No, I'm so freaking excited. I can't wait to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus, right? Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm just excited to get started. It's going to be amazing.
Me too.
Very excited.
Me too. I want to see how these teams pan out. I want to just see the dynamics. Like, I'm definitely very, very excited to see what's going to go down this season. So I'm happy to cover it again with you and all of you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome. If you haven't liked this video, just give it a little bit of a thumbs up. please subscribe to the channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm to getting out content in front of you and letting us know what you like and do not like. And if you are watching this afterwards, please let us know, who do you think has the strongest team? Now, remember, we do a point system, so we have points for all the messiness of it all, as well as having points of having the winners on our team. So take that into consideration as to who you think might have the strongest team, and let us know why. So thank you, everybody. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.